Hello friends, there is a common problem in all AI generative image models like Stable Diffusion or others, and it's looking to the image as separation. For example, when you have an image in different as separation, after that you can see this problem. For example, here you can see the window, and instead of continuing the image, again you can see another photo. So it decided to combine two different photos together. It's very common, but also it has some solution, and I want in this video I want to explain that. And additionally, I want to show you a technique in ComfyUI that how to place a specific object in the specific position only with prompt. Okay, so one of them is area composition and one of them is object composition and defining the pixel position. So at first, let me show you a plugin for ComfyUI. This is the ComfyUI Dev custom node. Okay, you can go to the manager, install custom node. You have to wait for opening that. And after that, I think it's here. Yes, number 17. Okay. You can install this extension on ComfyUI. And after that, you can see some new node. And here you can see some new node. Multi-latent composition, multi-area conditioning, conditioning upscale, and conditioning stretch. You can see them, and after that you can use them. In this video, I want to explain how these nodes are working and how you can load the workflow. At the end of the page, you can see workflow example. It's in SVG format, and you have to install the plugin for opening the SVG files as workflow, and also again you can install that from manager. So go to install custom nodes, search for SVG, okay, and the ID number is 152. You can install this plugin also. It's very useful and it will help you to load the SVG files and load and use the workflow. So here is the workflow example, and I am dragging these SVG files and I'm going to my ComfyUI and paste that. Okay, so here now I have the workflow, and in the workflow in this workflow you can see this node. The name is MultiLatentComposite, and here you can see three different sampler. Okay, the first one is connected to the sample 2. The third one is red. After that, we have the blue or purple, and this is the green. And here you can see that you can select them with the index, okay, from here. And also you can here, for example, if you are selecting the green one, you can see that the green is coming from this latent, empty latent image with this size, 256 in 512. And for example, the blue one, again, the resolution is coming from this one. And also you can see that when you are selecting the blue, this node, color of this node also is changing. And if you follow the node, you can see that the information for the blue is coming from this one. Okay, so this is the way that they decided to connect them. And what is it doing? Okay, here we have a checkpoint loader And from here, we can select our checkpoint and we can define our VAE. And here is the clip clip set layer, and it's clip escape exactly in automatic 1111. And here we have a main prompt, okay, that is using the main prompt is using for the upscale method, okay. We have a negative prompt that is going to this reroute, and the negative prompt for all the samplers is same. And here we have 4 different prompts, okay. And let me explain them to you. In the background conditioning, the prompt is defining the background, okay. And for example, here, if you look to this node, it's coming to the sample 2, okay, and it's the background. Also, the resolution of this sampler is 1280 in 704. So this resolution is the resolution of our workspace here, from here to here. And after that, we have 3 rectangle with this resolution, and each rectangle has different prompts. Here you can see that the prompt for the red rectangle is something like this, okay. And if you compare that with the next prompt, you can figure out that, for example, something like red hair, for example, and some other parameters are different. And for example, here we have running a school open jacket, hoodie eyes, but also here we have black hair, but here it is pink hair, and some parameters are different. And here we have another conditioning for another prompt, for another sampler. So what is happening here? Okay, we have a prompt for defining the background. Okay, so one image will be generated. After that, the stable diffusion is trying to generate 3 different images based on these prompts. And all of these 4 images are going to the multi-latent composite. They are merging together, and after that, they are going to another case sampler. And here you can see that the positive prompt is coming from here, okay. And here you can see we have a prompt with 3 girls, okay, and holding hands. So here it is trying to define the whole image. So this time it's trying to define all the subjects together. And it is going here for processing, and after one processing, again it is going to a upscaler. And the upscaler also is using the same prompt as this sampler. And after that, we can see the high final quality and high resolution image. Okay, so let me start the queue. You can see here my checkpoint is starting to loading. The first image is generated. We have the second, and also we have the third. Okay, all of them are merged together and they are processing. And after that, they are going to the upscaler. It's trying to process the final image in about full HD resolution, yes. And you can see that the image has a very, very good consistency, and all the subjects are defined in the scope. And this method is very useful for professionals and for the peoples that like to do very different AI images. Take a look here, the resolution and the quality. I think it's very, very nice. And really, the quality is very good. And this is the process, yes. One of them is trying to generate the background, one other is trying to merge them, and one other is trying to make the high quality output. And for example, if you try to define and change some parameters, okay, for example, here instead of winter, I want to change it to, for example, summer. Okay, so at first I have to search for winter. Okay, so in 5 different places I have the winter, and I have to replace the winter with summer in all 5 different positions. It's not something very easy and very fast, but it's a solution. And if you're looking to a solution, this is one of the best choice. And here, let me replace that with summer. Also for the architectural project is very useful, and you can use that because you can combine many different elements together, and also you can keep the consistency. And let me queue prompt. Okay, here we have that. They are coming here. This time we have the summer. I have to check my prompt about snow. Yes, also we have the snow. Ah, it's summer. Summer flower. Okay, flower, 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 and love. One more time, Q prompt. This time in the landscape, we have better image. These 3 subjects are processed. Here we have combined version. This is the combined version in better quality. And now it is going to iris fix with high resolution. And after some seconds, it will be ready. And you can see that it's trying to keep all the subjects. Okay, the output is ready. We have that. Okay, so this is one of the solutions for working with this plugin. Also, it has another way for um, multi-area conditioning. In this workflow, it's trying to combine your prompt based on pixel position. And actually, I can't say that it is very, very powerful. You have to try to test that, and let me do a test. This is the workflow sample. Okay. And here you can see, here you have to load your checkpoint. After that, again, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One of them is negative prompt. One of them is going for the high res. So we have 3 other prompts. This is the first conditioning. It's talking about the quality and standalone. So this is the conditioning number 0. After that, we have this conditioning, we have this conditioning, and this condition. And all of them are going to multi-conditioning. So the first one, I think the first one is the yes, the first one is the background, I think, is the main subject. And here from the index, you can select them. Actually, I didn't work with multi-area conditioning, and just I decided to tell you that also you can work with that, and you have this solution. Yes, the red one is the main prompt, index number 0. After that, we have the green, and also you can see that here. After that, we have the blue, and after that, we have the prompt that's explaining about the girl. But also in the main prompt, you can see some information about the school uniform and other things. So let me start the prompt. Also, I have to select my VAE and press Q. Again, the process is going to start. It's going to K-sampler, and here you can see that in low quality. After that, it is going to the high-res fix, and now you can see the image in higher quality. And if you look to the prompts, okay, for example, the yellow, this prompt is talking about the sky, and it's trying to define the sky position. The next one is trying to define the beach position, okay? And after that, it's trying to define the girl position, okay? So now let me do a test. And for example, this time I want to adjust the position. For example, the sky, I want the sky up to here, and I want to increase the size. I have to change the position. Okay. Okay. And also let me scale down the girl. Okay, and fix the position. Okay, and Q prompt. So this time it is trying to generate different image. Okay, for example, here you can see that it decided to make the girl very, very small, both about the sky position and also the ground position. Um, Actually, it can't do that, okay, because I select very, very tiny value for the sky, and maybe it will be hard for the computer, for the AI to calculate that. But also, this method can working sometimes. Actually, I prefer the working with multi-latent composition. I believe it's better, but also you can try both of them, and after that you can take the decision. So now let me explain about the position of the object. Okay. Also, you see that here you can fix position of object or position of your prompt with this method, but it's not very, very powerful. And if you want to fix a specific small object uh, inside a frame, I prefer to using GLIGEN. Yes, GLIGEN. And this is absolutely amazing. And I want to show you a sample, and you can figure out that how much it's powerful. At first you have to download the GLIGEN, okay, and from the URL in my description you can find the link. These informations are available in the ComfyUI GitHub. You should download this engine, get the GLIGEN model, and after that just you have to select a checkpoint. For example, this one I prefer to use the ref animated, and I think it's very, very easy. We have a base prompt. It can define the background. For example, here we have photography, scenery, landscape, snow, beautiful scenery, mountain, glass bottle, purple glass bottle, and sun. Okay, these are our base prompt. And take a look, purple glass galaxy, excuse me, purple galaxy bottle. Again, exactly, we have that prompt here. What is this node? The name is GLIGEN text box apply. Okay, so it's some kind of conditioning, and the conditioning, your main prompt will go to the GLIGEN text box apply. And exactly for this prompt, you will define a size, the width and the height of the prompt, and also after that you will define the pixel position, X and Y. And here we have another GLIGEN that trying to define the sun position. This is the position, this is the size of the sun, and this is the position of the sun. And they are going to the case sampler. And after that, we have VAED code to convert that to the image. And this is our latent size. And this is our negative prompt. So all of these are completely normal. And just we have the GLIGEN text box additionally. And you can see that the clip from the checkpoint is connected to the GLIGEN text box, to both of them, and the GLIGEN loader is connected to the GLIGEN text box model. I think it's very powerful, and let me show you. Okay, the process is started, and after some seconds, you can see the result. Okay. Okay, it's ready. So here, totally, the dimension of this image is 768 in 768. And based on this dimension, okay, based on this dimension, we have the position of the sun to the 416 and 16 in Y. So from Y, you can see that it's coming down about 16 pixel, and from the X, you can see that it has offset about 416 pixel. It's not 100% accurate, but it's something like that. And something is very interesting for me, because if the sun position is placed here, you can see some shadow direction based on the sun position. And what happens if we change the sun position on the X? Okay, so this time I want to set the X on 16. So the sun should become here, Q prompt. And this is my preview. Okay, the sun position is changed. And now we have the sun position at this area. Okay, and about the purple galaxy bottle, oh, I like the castics here. This time, at first I want to make them smaller. Okay, and I want to adjust the position on the X. I want to send that to the right. Okay, about that. And Q. So in this new image, you can see that the position of the bottle also is changed, and we have the sun here. And how can I tell the AI move down sun? On the Y, it should come down. So the distance from top, for example, should be about 300. And Q prompt. This time, when it is trying to move down the sun, the composition of the scene will be completely changed, and you have to try and recalculate. Yes. Okay. Okay. The AI found a way. It's very interesting for me. The AI found a way to place the sun in this position and also the bottle in this position, and it found if the camera position will be moved, it's possible. Because actually the sun position should be in the top of the image. And this is the reason that, for example, you have to press Q for some several times. Okay. Actually, it's working, and I like that. But sometimes you have to, for example, with something about the sun, you have to place that with, or for example, if I move that on the X, okay, I think it's better to adjust the batch size and to the 5, and after that we can get 5 different images. But if your VGA does not have enough VRAM, don't use the batch size with high value. Mhm. Okay, for example, this one, it decided to place the reflection of the sun here, and also here you can see the sun, but in the reflection of the bottle, here is coming through the window. Again, here is under reflection, and it's trying to do that. And also it's a way you have try and you should test all of these workflows. And also there is a workflow from ComfyUI. Okay, and also it's a composition, but I prefer to use the multi-latent. Okay, because also it's something like that, but visually you can't see the position of the latents. And here you can see the result. The workflow is exactly same, and it's trying to composite the prompts. So each prompt has a resolution and each prompt has a dimension. Okay, for example, this is here, this this prompt is going down, this prompt is going more down, and this is the last prompt, and they are combining. It's trying to combine the prompts together, all together. And yes, also it's very useful because in the prompt, if you check, you can see that at the top we have the stars, night sky, and here we have the sun. Again, here we have the blue sky, and after that we have the landscape. And also this workflow can work and it doesn't need any additional extension or plugin for installing on ComfyUI. So I will place all the links in the description, and until the next video, hope to see you soon. Bye.